Hey guys, Ken here at Epic Treasure. Hope you're having a great day. I'm just taking a break here from my routine. I'm downstairs in our new home, just relaxing on the couch. And I wanted to share something with you in today's video on this is a pattern that I've seen happen to me several times before, and I wanted to share it with you just in case it happens to you, you'll know what to look for. But first, check out that waterfall. Isn't that cool? Look at this. Watch that all day long. Okay, we're back. But what I wanted to share with you was sometimes buyers are also sellers on eBay. I'm a buyer, but I'm also a seller. And sometimes what some buyers do is they try to pull a little sneaky tactic to try to take advantage of certain sellers to try to get, high valued items like postcards for a rock bottom price. And I've seen this pattern happen quite a few times with me, and it happened again this morning, and I wanted to share it with you. Now, granted, please understand this is my opinion, and if you can agree to disagree, it's up to you. But I've seen this happen in a pattern, and when I see something happening in a repeat pattern, then I kind of, take notice of that. But what happened was I was selling a card, very valuable card out of 1907. It was a New York scene. It was a divided back, original. Had the postage cancellation stamp on it, 1907, nice and clear. And I was selling it this morning for $19.95. I had just listed it like 9 days ago. And I had it up for $19.95 plus $4.95 shipping. Because at that price point, I use a different shipping method to protect the card, because it's a more expensive card. Well, I got a watcher on that item, okay? And you get this list every day of people, I forget the name of the heading of the list, but it's basically, items that are eligible to send offers to people. And you can send somebody an offer. You see that in that list. Well, what happened was, that was in that list, that card. So now eBay does not share with me their ID, okay? For security reasons, they don't share that. So I don't know who's sending me this offer. I just know that somebody is interested and they put a watch on my item and I'm going to send them an offer like I normally do. Well, I sent them a fair offer. I sent them an offer for like 20% off. And I've learned that somewhere there's a sweet spot when you send offers between 15 and 21%. It's usually, on cards that haven't been up very long. Like I said, this card has only been up for like 9 days. If it's longer than that, then yeah, you increase the percentage a little bit. But this one has only been up for 9 days. And so I sent him an offer for 20% off. Didn't think anything of it. Literally 5 minutes later, my phone goes off. My cha-ching on my phone. I have it set to where when I make a sale or when I get an offer, I get a cha-ching on my phone. And literally 5 minutes, 5 minutes. And I got the cha-ching. And it was an offer for $12 for the same card. Now here's what I'm getting to. I think, personally, it's just my opinion, but I think it's the same person. And what I've seen buyers do that are also sellers is they get a little sneaky. What they do is they'll put a watch on your most expensive items, or your items that are, your postcards that are like $20 and higher, okay? And usually on those cards I have a make offer tab as well. But they'll put a watch on it because they know that if they put a watch on it, you're going to get notified by eBay that now this item is eligible. It'll come up in that list to send somebody an offer. Again, eBay does not tell me who. So I sent out the offer, 20% off. I think the card price came down to like $15.96 plus shipping. And then 5 minutes later, I get the cha-ching. And now the offer's $12. Now, could it be somebody different? It could be, but I don't think so. I think it's the same person. What they do is they'll put a watch on your item just to see how low you're willing to go. And I was willing to come down 20% to $15.96. Well, then they'll take that information and they'll go over to your original listing that has a make offer tab on it, and then they'll send you an offer for even lower. And in this case, I believe they sent me an offer for $12. Well, what did I do with that? You know, I'm all about making sales, guys. I don't like to hang on to stuff long. If I had accepted that offer, I could have made the sale. But then I thought, you know, this is a card that's dated 1907. This thing is 100 years old. It's an antique. And it's a New York scene, you know. And I'm like, with the 20% off that I sent this buyer, and then he comes back on my make offer tab and sends me another offer for an additional 20% off. Now we're looking at, if I would have accepted that offer at $12, that would have been like 40% off. There's no way I'm going to accept an offer for like, you know, a card of this value for 40% off, you know, right out of the gate. So I countered that offer, and I was willing to come down just a little bit less, just a smidgen less. I came down another 96 cents. And I wrote him a note, and that's important. If you run into this kind of situation, you want to always make sure there's a note attached to that, and eBay allows you to do that. And what I did was I wrote him a note that said, "Hi, thank you for your offer. This is the lowest I can go," or "this is the best I can do," or something like that. And then I throw in what I consider the magic phrase. And the magic phrase is, I say to them, "If that works for you." That's the magic phrase, because when you throw that in there, that basically puts the ball back in their court. And you're basically saying to your buyer that, if you want to do business with me, here are the terms, and if this works for you, we can do business. And that's what I told him. You know, I said, if that works for you, great, we can do business. Thanks for your interest. Have a great day. Well, it's been over an hour since I sent that, and I haven't heard from him. Because I think he thought he was going to put a watch on my item, and I get notification that somebody's watching that item, and then I send them an offer for 20% off, and then 5 minutes later, they send me another offer for 20% less than that. Now, how do I know it's the same offer? Here's a way you can find out. I stumbled across this by accident. When you look at your offers sent, you know, your eligible offers sent that you've sent out to people, and originally it doesn't tell you who the buyer is. It doesn't reveal their ID number. But once they have gone through your, I think, this is just a guess, but once I think they go through your original tab and send something through the make offer tab, it cancels out that original offer that you sent them. And then it reveals their name, their user ID. Because when I went to the history, when I went to my Seller Hub and looked at my history of offers I'd sent, the card was there, and the $15.96 was also there. Okay, and it told me who the buyer was. And then I scrolled up, and then I looked at his offer, the offer that he sent for 20% less than that, down to $12. And guess what? The buyer's name was the same on the same card. So that leads me to believe this was the same person trying to do this. What he was trying to do, trying to be really slick, was trying to send me an offer, put a watch on my item, to see how low I'd be willing to come down, and then take that information, and then go to my Make Offer tab, and then send me an offer for even lower. Because I think some buyers who are sellers think that in this economy, this crazy economy we're in right now, where people are struggling to, buy food and put gas in their car, and because prices are so high and everything, I think they think that, I can throw out these lowball offers and then people will just accept them. They'll just accept anything. But see, when you do that, and I've said this on other previous videos, don't do that, because when you do that, you set up a pattern. You set a precedent. You send a signal to that, a message to that buyer that, hey, I'm willing to take this lowball offer. And that makes them think, well, if he was willing to accept it once, I can just take all of his $19.95 price points and just keep sending him offers for $12, and he'll accept them because he accepted this one. Well, maybe some people would do that, but I don't do that. I'm not in business to break even or lose money, okay? Like I said, this is just my opinion. You can run your business the way you want. I mean, if you think 40% off a card that's been sitting for 9 days is a fair offer, then knock yourself out. I just, I want to make sales just like everybody else, but I'm just not going to give the store away either. Once he sees that I'm willing to go down this far, and that's it, and I leave a note that said, this is the best I can do, that basically sets the bar. Now it's up to him whether he wants to proceed with me or go buy the card off somebody else, So I just thought I'd share that with you. Like I said, I've had this happen several times, not just a few times, several times, where I think certain buyers are thinking, people are just desperate to make sales, and they're just willing to accept any old offer. And anybody that sends you, you sent them a 20% offer, or even if, let's say you don't send them an offer. Okay, let's say they just go through your make offer tab if you have that enabled, and they just send you an offer for 40% off. Are you going to really accept that? I'm not going to. But anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. Then you can gauge how you want to deal with your buyers when it comes to that. I could have sent him an offer for the $15.96 that I originally sent him. I didn't know it was him at the time, but when I found out it was the same buyer, I could have sent him an offer and said, hey, I'll send you this offer, But I decided to, cut it a little lower. I'm willing to work with people, but I'm not willing to give the store away. This card was too valuable. So at the risk of losing the sale, sometimes you got to stand your ground. And if you've done your research and you know what cards are worth, then just stick to that. And, a lot of these, I can't say a lot of people, just some buyers out there that are sellers, they're going to try to get your card, your valuable card, at a really rock bottom price so they can turn around and flip it on another eBay account that they have. Because a lot of buyers who are sellers, they have two accounts. Okay, they have a buying account and a selling account, and they're completely different user IDs. So that's what they do. They try to kind of take advantage of this economy we're in, and they throw out a bunch of lowball offers and see what sticks. And if somebody's desperate for money and they're willing to take anything, then that just basically allows them to say, hey, here's somebody that's desperate. I can continue to send them lowball offers, and maybe they'll accept those too. And I'll continue to get my inventory at 40% off. But anyway, I'm not like that. I hope you're not like that. But anyway, that's my spiel. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Listen, I got to go. But you guys have a great day. If you got anything out of this video at all, you know what to do. Smash that like button. It helps the channel. I appreciate it. I'm going to go. Guys, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, and bye for now.